So I've probably been hiking up these logging roads for about an hour now, getting pretty hot and sweaty, and somewhere where that hill is, that mountain top over there, just before that is where my Deep Woods Bushcraft camp is, my wild camp that I had done a while ago. I'm going to be visiting it, sadly, probably for the last time, because I'm going to be moving. So I thought I'd show you guys what I did, go reminisce, and see my shelter one last time. And I've had to hike at least an extra like 2 hours almost, probably at the end of it all, to get up here because the snow has just blocked off. No one's come up here. This is a road and no one's up here, right? The snow's totally made the roads impassable up here, and I've had to hike in way further than I expected to. Well, I'm following someone's footsteps. The going is tough, man. I didn't expect there to be this much snow up here, honestly. All the snow is gone down in the cities and stuff, and I honestly didn't expect there to be this much snow. I borderline need snowshoes, actually. I'm sinking in quite a bit, even though the snow is compact, and I'm just sweating like crazy hiking up. I'm just going up and up and up. But I think I'm about 2/3 of the way to my camp, and I'll show you guys that. I'm just having some water in a bar because I'm just burning calories. So much calories hiking up in snow as well. It's crazy. But it's so beautiful and peaceful out here. I mean, it's silent and you hear birds and you hear squirrels now and then, but this is a really, really great day. I'm so glad I came out. This will probably be the last time that I come out in the Sunshine Coast. So I thought I'd give it one last shot, one last day trip out here before I move. And it's a really nice day to do it. Oh, maybe if I tread really lightly. Be graceful. I made it. We're here. Oh man, I can't believe it was so hard to find. Even though I knew my way with all the snow, it looks totally different in here. But my shelter that I built in my Deep Woods solo wild camp back in the summertime, it's still standing. You know, there's at least 3 feet of snow up here, maybe even more. And you know, when I came up and did the wild camp with my brother-in-law, my glasses are fogging up, I can't see. We had built a half lean-to here for him, and that has apparently collapsed under the snow weight. But the structure that I built in the summertime is still standing. It looks like I did it right. You know, I had originally built this camp in August, I think it was, probably about 5 months ago, somewhere in the summertime. And it took me a day to build. It was a lot of labor, a lot of hard work put into it. And, you know, I tried to follow the book. I tried to follow Morris Kohansky's suggestions on how to build a shelter properly with the degrees and everything, and all the ridge pull and everything like that. And you know, I'm moving from the coast, so I really wanted to come up here and appreciate what I had built one last time, and, you know, to see whether it was still standing or not. And to come up here and see that it's still standing, and after all of this snow too, like this feet of snow, you know, my walls over here are buried. Riley's shelter here collapsed and is buried. My fire pit's buried. The other logs over here are buried. There's a log across here. Everything is buried underneath. But my shelter is standing, and the snow did not get to my bed in that one area. You still see the moss there that I use, and I can't believe it. you know, I really expected to come up here after seeing all this snow, all the down trees, everything around from hiking. It took me 3 hours. It took me 3 times as long to get here as it usually does. And, you know, to see that it's still standing, it's amazing. I feel really accomplished that I had done something like this, you know? And my whole point to coming and doing this hike is to appreciate this one last time, because today I'm going to be taking it down. The trees that the ridgepole are connected to are live trees. And because I'm moving, I wanted to be a respectful person, and I didn't want to leave paracord wrapped around a live tree. And I didn't really want to, you know, have 2 trees affected because I was too proud of the work that I had done for me to come up here and take it down. So on top of that, I decided to, you know, shoot a video. My last time being here, last time at this camp, it's not going to be the last camp I'm ever going to build. It's just going to make me want to build more camps. But this is like the first really heavy duty shelter I made, and I feel so excited and glad that it's still standing. I'm really proud about it. So if you want to see the actual making of this shelter, go check out my Deep Woods Solo Wild Camp adventure. That's where I got 2 videos, the extended one and the shorter one, and you'll see how I did everything. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a 360, show the camp, show and kind of tell you what I did and the reasons why I did it, and then I'm going to take it down. Sadly, but it's the right thing to do, and part of this video is you need to be respectful as a bushcrafter. You can't just go around stomping around in the woods and leaving trash everywhere and things like that. So you know, take care of the woods out there that you're playing around in, and don't be foolish. So even though the shelter is awesome, I'm going to take it down, and it's only going to make me want to build more. So when I'm in my new location, when I've moved, that's one of the number one things I'm going to be doing, is going to find a new location to build a very similar camp like this. So I'll take you 360 and I'll show you what I did, show you kind of inside the camp. I thought I'd be able to show you my fire pit that I dug out and all this other stuff, but the snow has totally buried everything. All the other work is buried, I'm sorry. But yeah, we'll see the back side. We'll see how much snow is on the back, and show you that right now. You can see that the shelter still did a pretty good job. I mean, that's got to be a lot of weight. That snow there, you know, it's compact and it's thick. So for the shelter not to fall on itself, it means I did it right, because that's a lot of snow on there, and that's a lot of weight. You know, if I got a fire going and I tried to do a solo overnight, all that stuff would probably melt, and that shelter would be dripping all over me. So the fact that there's that much snow on there means that the shelter was built strong. You know, I chose solid, sturdy poles for my roof. I chose them to be quite thick, and I took them dead standing wood. I looked around. There's lots around here, so I picked and choose like the best ones I could find. I picked a really solid ridge pole, and it obviously is held up. I also, you know, put a decent amount of cordage on there because I thought it needed a lot to carry the weight. But I mean, this must add hundreds of pounds onto the shelter, and it's quite impressive that it's still even standing. It's probably a testament to 550 paracord too. So you can kind of see the diameter. You know, that's probably 3 inches or something like that. Let's check. Yeah, that's about 3 inches in diameter as for the ridge pole, but it's super solid, the one that I chose. On top of that, you can see that I put prop logs here. So these, I also chose these to be really solid, and they bear a lot of weight off of the cordage here. So that's in there really good. And I'm sure the reason why, you know, this whole thing didn't collapse on itself is because I put extra precaution by putting 2 prop logs on either side and having a really, really sturdy ridge pole. And, you know, this paracord, I did a lot of lashing, and I also used some jute twine on there, and it's still on there. But, you know, this is a lot of weight to be putting on 2 trees, stuff like that, and it's not the sensible thing. I want to take this down and be respectful to the wildlife and the woods that I'm in. So I'll sit one last time in my frozen moss bed underneath probably hundreds of pounds of snow. Oh, I'm really gonna miss this spot and this site, but times change, and you gotta know when to let things go. And I'm gonna take this down just after I shut this video off, and probably won't film it. I'm probably just going to axe at the cordage and try to wiggle it loose and just let it all tumble. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be shooting another video with fire making and stuff like that on this trip too. So I hope you go check that video. I'm going to be making some bannock sausage rolls. There we go. I'm going to be making some bannock sausage rolls on the fire, and we're going to be processing wood and doing some fun stuff. But I thought I'd come here and kind of say my last goodbyes to one of the best shelters I've ever made. So this is Dave from BC Bushcraft. Please like, please subscribe. Till the next shelter build, which will be coming soon. I hope you guys have a good one.